illuminating your path into the ever evolving world of data through inspiring stories, actionable career strategies, and insights from industry professionals right here on the Starlight Podium. You heard about these booming technologies like AI and machine learning, and after that, that made you decide on going towards the side of AI and eventually prompt engineering. But when you got this opportunity, like to apply to NVIDIA, were they looking for people who had experience in those fields like AI, machine learning? Because at least until then, you did not have any major experience, right, in those domains. So how did that work out? Because at least from what generally we think, if someone is looking for prompt engineers, they would be expecting someone with a background in AI or ML, right? Because that plays heavily into this domain. So how did it work out for you?
Okay, so prompt engineers are supposed to create the primary requirement of a prompt engineer from a prompt engineer is to create data for the AI models, for the text generative AI models, or for just generative AI models, and to train them, right? So
Mm-hmm.
these are the two main requirements from or main expectations from a prompt engineer. Now, the primary one here is for you to train the AI model, you'll need data, right? You'll need content that you'll need to create. You'll need to feed the AI model so that it ends up giving you your ideal responses or your ideal output that you are seeking from the AI model. Now, someone who has a technical understanding of things will be able to train the AI model based on the content that they have, right? But as a
Mm-hmm.
prompt engineer, you are also supposed to source that content, create that content, or curate that content, right? That is also one of
Mm-hmm.
your responsibilities. So when this opportunity came in, the primary requirement was people with content experience or linguistic experiences who can help us curate, create, or source content for the AI models, right? That and that data, the data that needs to be collected in order to train the AI models, right? So for that, they needed someone who has content experience, who has an expertise in creating content, who has an expertise in creating
Mm-hmm.
quality content. So basically, when you create quality content and you feed the AI model with these data and you train the AI models with these data, they will give you quality output. They will give you what the specific thing that you're looking for or specific output that you're looking for, right?
Okay, got
Compared
it.
to if someone who is not into the technical background, who's not into the linguistic from a linguistic background, they may end up creating the content, they may end up training the model, but it may be a possibility that it won't be very specific to what the person is looking for. Because as content writers, one of our requirements in throughout our career has been writing according to what the demand of the reader, demand of the audience is, right? Understanding
Hmm.
what the audience wants. That thing helps a lot when it comes to prompt engineering. The second criteria that I said, training the AI model, that is where you will need a lot of coding experience, right? Some kind of a coding language you must know, right? Or some kind of an experience in AI and ML that you would know, that you would need, right? So those kind of roles are there, right, in the world, in a lot of other companies in the job market. These kind of opportunities are there where the coding skills are required, right, where you need to train the AI models using the data that you would create, right, as a prompt engineer. So here, as a prompt engineer, the main requirement was to create the data, because of which content experts were preferred rather than people who could write content and as well as code, right? So here, coding was not the preference. Probably the more higher or better quality content experience was preferred, because of which uh,
It
even if
makes sense.
someone like me, yeah, someone like me who did not have any experience in coding and in AI and machine learning, we could land this job because the amount of data that we were we were expected to create, that we are creating at this point, right, beats the speed of beats the speed at which the AI models will be trained. So as much data as we create, there are people out there in the world, there are prompt engineers out there in the world, or they're simply not prompt engineers, but simply software engineers right out there, or coders out there, who can use the data that we create, right? To train the AI models, simply to train the AI models, it becomes easier. Yeah, it is always better to be a prompt engineer with a coding experience, because you can train your own AI model with your own created data, right? But with NVIDIA right now, what NVIDIA was looking for is content writers, or probably content experts, who could handle technology slightly, right? Even if we had a slight knowledge about how technology works, basics of how technology works, that was it, right? Content
Okay,
experience was the primary criteria here. So that's
got it.
what landed us here.
Got it. And I'm guessing that even after you landed like in the job, they must have definitely trained you on some of these technologies as well, just so that you also have a better understanding on how these things work on the technical side, right? Yeah, which makes sense. But that is nice to know. Like, I mean, I think that is where that understanding was lacking. Like, is it just purely knowing AI and ML that helps make a good prompt engineer? But you have really shared some very nice insight on what companies are actually looking for in prompt engineers, which is something I was going to also get to later on in this conversation. If you found this video helpful, make sure to explore this channel for more such interesting conversations from in-depth interviews conducted on this podcast, and subscribe to stay connected with the latest content.